Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny and I am so not an expert. Today we're going to be working on clue 5 of our Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt, the mini version. This one is in orange colorways and I have to tell you, I am loving the pieces we have put together so far. If you haven't seen those yet, I'll put a link in the description box below to the playlist. Make sure you check out clues 1 through 4 so that you can see where we're at so far. But here it is, guys. I've got it. Hot off the presses. Clue number 5. Only one more to go. This one, and then we've got the last piece to go. Come on, guys. I'll meet you at the machine. Let's get this thing started. All right, guys. Clue 5. Let's cut it open. And I know I've mentioned it a few times before, but just like all Cotton Cuts projects, all of the pieces are cut up for us. Looks like there was a little bit of shifting in transit, so we've got a couple of pieces we'll need to iron up real quick. And otherwise, we are good to go there. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Some triangles, some squares, some more triangles. Alright. Just kind of orienting the pieces a little bit. We're going to have two here that we're going to need to iron up real quick. I got the iron working. Clue number 5 says, join a small triangle A, which is this one here, to a small triangle D, which is this one here, and make 4. Alright, so we need 4 of these. And 4 of the the D fabric, which is the darker one. So let's, I think, those back where they need to be. I'll put these guys. Okay, and then these are the ones I need. All right, so half square triangles. We've done this hundreds of millions of times at this point on the channel. We're just gonna sew these up real quick. I do have leaders if I need them. And if I need to use them, I will bring you guys back so that you can see what they look like. Otherwise, I will bring you back when we are ready to start ironing these up. See you in just a second. All right, directions say to press these towards the darker fabric. These are on the triangle, so they're going to be on the bias, which means they're going to be crosswise. So they're going to stretch if we try and use our normal finger pressing method. So I'm just going to peel them open, hold them there while I get my hot iron, and just push it. I'm just using a dry iron. You can use steam if you have it. I have a wool pressing mat, so I don't really need to use steam all that often. I do have some Best Press up there if I need it. I also have a spray bottle with some water in it if I really need to use that as well. I prefer not to put water in my irons because they have a tendency to rust, or at least all the ones that I've ever bought do. Or they leak on me. Okay. Those are now sewn up together. Let's see what our next step is. Join 2 step 1 units together as shown and make 2. Okay, so it's basically giving us, I think we figured out this was a trapezoid the last time. So basically the dark fabric goes up to the upper right corner, and then on the second piece it's in the bottom left corner, and we're going to make 2 of those. Let's put those together real quick. There's going to be bulk on both sides for my machine, which my machine does not always like very much. So we're going to try to push it through. I do have my purple thing here if I need to use it to help push that fabric through. And that one went through okay. Let's see what this one looks like. Just making sure I'm orienting these correctly. Go. Okay, and this says press towards the left. These are on the straight grain now, so I can just use my nail to finger press them down. The directions also say to set these aside for now. All right. Set those up there. The next one says join a small triangle A, which is this one here, to a small triangle C, which is this one here, and make 4. So again, half square triangles. Okay, now it says to press these once again towards the dark fabric. All right, there we go. Now it says join 2 step 1 units together as shown. No, sorry, I was reading the wrong directions. Now it says join a step 3 unit to each side of a C square as shown. The C square is this one here, which is this darker one here. Okay, so it says we go 1 up, and then a square, and then 1 down, like that. All right, let's go ahead and sew these up. All right, there we go. And again, we're pressing these towards the left. I just keep double checking my instructions, making sure that the layout is correct. Because you know me, I have a tendency to make mistakes. So I'm trying to go slow, take my time, and make sure that I'm doing it correctly. Alright, now it says join a step 4 unit to a step 2 unit as shown, make 2, and then label those as section 5A. So that's this piece here that we had before. We're going to attach that to the left of the pieces we've just made. Super easy so far. Alright. And then we're pressing these again towards the left. Guys, I don't know about you, but that seemed way too easy. Way too easy. Just give these a good press. And then we can mark these up. Just like the other ones, we have been using our Post-it notes to mark these, and I will show you how I do that. I just take a Post-it note and I break it up into 4 pieces. This one only has 2 pieces left. So fold it in 4s. And then I write on it the clue number that we have. So this one is 5A. And then I also say how many I have. So I have times 2. And then I will attach that with a safety pin. So then that way I don't poke myself when I'm trying to pull it out later. Plus that way it doesn't get lost while it's shuffling around. There we go. And I'll set it aside with all of my others. All right, let's see what 5B brings us. Join a triangle A with a triangle B and make 6 of those. All right, let me make sure that I've got all my pieces oriented correctly, and then I'm going to sew those up, and I will bring you guys right back when we go to press them. See you again in just a minute. Okay, all 6 of these need to be pressed up towards the dark. Okay. Now it says join 2 step 1 units together as shown and make 2 set aside. Okay, so it's doing like this. that one. And this one. And then we have 2 extra blocks here, but I think we're probably going to use it for something else. So I'm going to leave those off to the side, and I'm just going to sew these 2 up together real quick. This orange fabric, it's more of a peach than an orange, but I love these grunge fabrics. I love the fact that there's all these little touches of other colors. I know it's hard for you guys to see on camera, but like this, I would say peach. I wouldn't really call this an orange, but it has a tint of yellows in it. You can see little pieces of yellows, little pieces of white, some gray. It's really pretty. If you've never checked out Moda's grunge fabric, go check it out. It's gorgeous. They have just a ton of varieties to choose from. And I love the fact that they're blending all these colors together because it really makes for a great background fabric if you need a background fabric for a quilt. All right, join a step 1 unit to the fabric B unit, which is these here, as shown. So that's these 2 extra pieces that we had here. We're going to attach those to these little squares that we have left. This. Alright. These say press towards the B square or to the right. Does anybody else feel like I'm giving them dancing lessons? To the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right. Now back. Okay. Now it says, join a step 2 unit to a step 3 unit as shown and make 2. So we're going to take this one on the bottom and this one on the top. It makes kind of like a claw, maybe? Kind of looks a little bit like a claw. Alright, let's sew these up. There's one. Take this one. And the seams are going to nest up really nice because of the way we've pressed them. So that makes it easier to match up that. So I'm matching up the center and then I'm just making sure this edge here is lined up. I'm not worried about if these edges line up or not as much as I am about this edge lining up. Of course, Cotton Cuts has made all of our cuts for us and they're pretty precise on their cut, so it should match up just about accurate. There we go. Just a gentle tug. There we go. All right. Now it says to press it down. Down towards that square, so just gonna pull these up like this. I like to finger press my straight seams first so that they lay pretty good, and then I'll come back and hit it with my nice dry iron. I don't put any water in my iron because it has a tendency to rust or leak on me, but if you do, you're more than welcome to use some steam. I have a nice wool pressing mat here, so I don't usually have to use steam, although I do have some Best Press and a spray bottle of water as well, in case I need them. Alright, that one is done. I'll show it to you guys in just a second. Let me go ahead and get this one pressed up real fast. Alright, so that is what our piece looks like. I don't know. It could be some leaves, maybe a stem. I mean, it's supposed to be a spring table runner, so I'm sure it's not a lobster claw, because that's kind of what it's looking like right now, you know, lobster claws. Alright guys, that is it for section 5B. So let's go ahead and mark that one up real quick. 5B times 2. Use one of my safety pins. Upper left corner. Go. Okay, so that is it for clue 5. Gosh, can you believe only one more left before we put this thing together? Well, I mean, technically the last one is clue 6, and that is when we are going to put it together. So I am super excited to see what this looks like. I have no idea. Based on what the pieces look like, I have no idea. Not a clue. Alright guys, if you want to join in the fun, make sure you check out cottoncuts.com. Right now they are taking orders for their Piazza quilt, which we will be doing on this channel, which is really, really exciting to do. I am doing, I don't know the name of the colorway, but I'm doing this one down here. It's the black and orange one. That's the one I'm going to be doing on the channel. A lot of theirs have already sold out, so if you want to get in on the next quilt, you need to go over there right now and sign up for it. You can do the small size or the large. I'm going to be doing the large, so if you want to follow along on the channel, make sure you get the large one. Otherwise, that's it. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing to this video. It does help out the channel tremendously. Every interaction that the channel receives just brings it one step closer to someone else, putting it in front of somebody else. So I really appreciate that. Alright guys, I will see you guys all next week. Don't forget to check out our Sunday live streams as well, where we're working on some full-size quilts. I'll see you again soon. Bye!